Hello, this is Mark from Stag Solar. Welcome to the first in a new series of videos dealing with batteries. As you might imagine, the combination of battery and solar technologies coupled with what appears to be a very complicated tariff structure is not the easiest thing to understand. Nevertheless, it's my job to keep solar made simple, well, simple. So I'm going to start by explaining in this video the meaning of a few key factors which make batteries a viable proposition, especially when used in conjunction with solar PV. The first of these is time of use and arbitrage. The second factor is the solar battery combination, and the third is an application of time of use referred to as forced discharge. So what does time of use and arbitrage mean? Well, arbitrage basically involves buying something at a lower price and then reselling it at a higher price, thus making a profit. Now, the cost of electricity varies throughout the day. Looking at a 24-hour period, you can see that the cost is relatively high during the day, but it's greatly reduced during the night, in this case between 1 and 6 o'clock AM. These times will actually vary depending on which tariff you're on. And then there's another upturn here later on in the day. We're going to come back to what that means later on in the video. But now let's add our battery to the picture. We arrange it so that the battery is accepting charge whilst the cost of electricity is low, but releasing charge when the cost of electricity is high. The charge released from the battery is used in our home or business at a time when grid electricity is at its most expensive. In this way, we've bought electricity while it's cheap and used it when it would otherwise have cost us full price, so we've made savings on our energy costs. This is arbitrage, and we have accomplished it by managing our time of use, or TOU. Quite often the whole process is simply referred to as TOU. We can use a battery in this way on its own, even without solar, but we have to bear in mind that the payback time for the battery will be relatively long, because we still need to purchase all of our battery charging energy from the grid. Which leads us on to the second factor, the solar battery combination. Now this is an absolute game changer. Rather than charging the battery with energy purchased from the grid, solar PV enables us to store free daytime energy which can be used at a later time at a far higher value. This will show up as a significant reduction in our electricity bill, which contributes to our return of investment and of course greatly reduces the payback time for the battery. The third factor we mentioned is forced discharge. What is this? Well, let's have another look at our graph showing energy costs against time. You'll notice that there's this marked increase that we spoke about earlier in electricity costs, and it occurs at around about 4 PM to 7 PM. This is because demand is particularly high at this time. By means of intelligent tariffs and apps, smart energy suppliers can schedule a home battery to export stored energy to the grid during high value periods. This is known as forced discharge. If the battery is discharging stored solar energy during these periods, the financial return is maximised. So there we have it, 3 key factors related to battery systems explained. Time of use or arbitrage, buy cheap, sell expensive. How your solar PV system and your battery work together to maximise the return on your investment, and how forced discharge adds icing to the cake. So that's it for now, so it's goodbye from me. But remember, you can always ask our experts at Stag Solar for help with this, or visit our website, which has all sorts of useful information on tariffs and much more to help you on your solar journey.